There we go. Man, it's been a while since we've been live. It's been years, some might say. I have a lot of wires underneath me, so I apologize. Move this. How we doing? How we doing? Spark Labs Gaming is live. Man, what time is it? It's almost noon. Give me one sec. We're gonna start this off with Happy Eid to everyone, Muslim and non-Muslim. Happy Eid, Happy Ramadan, Happy everything. Um, so today we're just gonna chit chat about what we're working on, what we're doing. No teasers, nothing. Maybe a little bit, but no spoilers. Um, we'll probably have an announcement soon. Wouldn't say too soon. Somewhere in May, we'll have an announcement sometime in May. Get this chair out of the way, and I'm excited for it. But what we're basically doing right now, we're kind of building some things so that we have a trailer before we can announce anything. I know we already announced Peak Pursuit last year, and Peak Pursuit is not done by any means. The scope of Peak Pursuit is just huge, and it's kind of my fault. I did not take that in consideration when I thought of the idea. Yeah, and as I mentioned plenty of times before, like Peak Pursuit is it's a story driven game, and I hired a writer earlier this year, and things did not work out. Um, I've been working on the combat system, level building, and all that for Peak Pursuit, and it's just been tough. It's a big game, and that's a mistake that no indie developer should do. So it's kind of my fault, and it's not. We didn't stop working on it, but it's on pause right now. Um, but we are working on something else that will probably release. I would say hopefully this year, and that's what we're working on heavily. It's gonna be a smaller scope game. It's gonna be a little uh 3 to 4 hour game, or maybe even 2 hour. We don't know yet. We haven't played it fully. Um, so it's a smaller kind of game. It's doable, and I think I decided on that because I think it's just easier as an indie dev without a team or anything to pull that off. And speaking of teams, now I got two people working with me. Actually, we got Maximum and Buzzin. Some of you know, and Buzzin is technically handling the level design, level building, uh, while I help him with that as well. And Maximum is doing the artwork, or like if you see a sign or poster or something in the game, that's all gonna be on Maximum. Um, Also, he's handling our Discord server, so make sure you join our Discord server. I'll post links later. If you go to our website as well, there's a Discord tab or a button at the bottom of the website you can click on and join the Discord. Um, but for now, I just wanted to talk about like what we're doing. Right, been a while. Uh, what what have we been doing? As I said, we're working on this new game, and I would say the game is 35% done mechanically wise. Uh, the levels are still not built 100%. Some of them are, some Some are like 70%, but it's not 100% built. Uh, but we are getting there. We are getting there quick. We started with building the mechanics, and it's gonna be. All I can say. See, I don't wanna like spoil anything. I don't wanna spoil anything. Head of the Table Camo finally caught a stream of yours. Ed, I haven't streamed in like, I don't know, 2 years. I'm just talking about Spark Labs and while we're working. How are you? How are you, Head? Oh, you're the guy from Swift. I remember you actually. I remember you, man. Uh, I'm good. I'm good. So let me tell you what's going on here, Head, so that you know what's going. We're not playing Apex today or anything else. I actually have a gaming studio called Spark Labs Gaming, and basically we're building a video game. So I'm just talking about it, and here's the link. Put it in the chat. Make sure you visit our website, man, and Discord. Let me also put the Discord server. Stay updated, man. Yeah, stay updated. Join our Discord and we'll update you there. On our website, there's a newsletter. You can subscribe to that. We don't spam people with emails. We just send an email. So far, we already sent one email. Since the start of the company. So we won't spam you. It's just when there's a new release, a new trailer, or anything, we'll send you an email. So feel free to subscribe to the newsletter. So yeah, Spark Labs. Back to what I was talking about. I don't want to spoil the game. But basically it's gonna be of a... Thank you, sir. Basically gonna be a... Not a scary game. It's not gonna be a scary game. I would call it an intense game. Gimmicky. Kinda like Five Nights at Freddy's or Choo Choo Charles, you know? It's not a horror game, but it's like, it's jumpy, right? It gives you that adrenaline rush. So that's kind of what we're trying to go for. I say trying because we played some of it, but not a lot. So we're still working on it. But that's our approach. I think our idea and especially our monster, these are gonna be pretty cool. So I would just keep an eye out. I think you're gonna love it. Maximum, actually, the guy that came up with the monster idea. So we'll give him credit on that. And I think that's announced, and once you see it, I think you will be very excited to give it a shot, or at least try the game and see what this is going to be about. What else? I really didn't write anything or didn't decide what I'm gonna talk about. I just went live and I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna talk to people, and if anyone joins, I know I haven't been live in like 2 years, so no one probably know I'm streaming right now, which is okay. But whoever joins, we got Head in the chat. You know, that's all I need. So I just want to chat with people, make sure they know where I'm at, why I haven't been streaming, and maybe have them join our Discord and subscribe to our newsletter, sparklabsgaming.com. What else can I talk about? I'm so scared to spoil it. So it's not gonna be a scary game like a horror. It's not Phasmophobia or any of that. It's more of a gimmick scary game. Oh, I don't have any of those commands. So I I'm not I wasn't a very good streamer, let's say that. Actually, I was good. I was good. I just didn't have command. I actually had sound command, but I never had the follow each one. So I was I enjoyed streaming. I will get back to it at some point. The reason why I stopped streaming to begin with, I had a last year my wife delivered to us a beautiful baby girl, and I've just been busy, man. There's no time, and I would feel guilty if I just leave the baby with my wife and I stream. So I decided I'm just gonna, you know, they grow so fast, and I would rather spend the first year, 2, 3, I don't know how many, uh, with the baby. You never get the years back, and I put that. I don't know. I think that the feeling of and the joy I'm getting out of that is 10 times better than streaming. So that's where I'm headed. What I decided on and all that. Thank you, man. Thank you. Do you have any kids yourself? If you do, I'm sure you'll understand. Um, so we started with that baby stuff, and then I had my gaming stuff for a while. I've been trying to learn Unreal Engine for like the last 3 years, and I never had time to develop the games that I wanted to work on. And every game I start, I just never finish and all that. I never really had time. So that's what I do as well, instead of streaming and making videos. Um, so I'm excited for Spark Lab, for the future, and I don't think maybe the game is not gonna be a success, and I really don't care about that at this point. I do care. I want to make it a career, but at this point, I just want to release a game out there and figure out, okay, what goes into it. I just want to publish one game at least and say I did it. Get that out of the way. And then just work on another one and another one and another one, and you really only need to be right once. Uh, One of them hopefully will hit. And I'm not saying the one we're working on is not good. I think it's hilarious. I think it's gonna be a very good game if it kind of catches the attention of people. And that's what we're hoping for. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited. Hopefully, end of this year it will be out. If not, it'll probably be next year. But we are aiming for maybe October, December this year. Every day, every day it's getting close. Every day we get closer and closer. So it adds on the stress. Um, what else can we talk about? I don't want Buzzing and Maximum kill me. Yeah, you've been talking about the game. Yeah, talk about the shit, man. Um, I don't know what else we can talk about. I mean, I'm not even telling you like. I mean, there's some puzzles in it. I'll throw that out there. I noticed I was watching videos yesterday about how Steam works, and actually, they do say like don't put your game under puzzle category because there's so many of those games and they don't generate that much revenue, and it seems like Steam customers are not a fan of puzzle games, so they don't buy them that much. 1 second. One sec. One sec. So I'm trying to stay away from that category, but there's a lot of puzzles in it, right? And 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 I don't want to lie to the customers, so we might end up putting it under like horror puzzle category. But I'm gonna try to avoid that as much as possible. Um, they do say that MMOs and like shooter games are the most profitable on Steam, and it's understandable because people always want the next MMO. You know, I get that, and they're harder to make. You know, take a long time, and they say there's not a lot in the market. There's like not enough games. People always buy. Like the demand is much higher than the what we got. So maybe one day, Spark Labs will make an MMO, which I doubt. I don't think that's a route I ever want to take, but we'll see. What else, man? I laid it all out in how long? 23 minutes. Maybe we will play Apex. No, I'm not gonna play any games. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Anyway, where's Buzzin', huh? I'm gonna show you our website here. Probably add my camera to this. There. Look at that. Look at that. Got a camera. How do I even fix that? Oh, it's locked. Man, I haven't streamed in a while and I have no idea what I'm doing. Get rid of this game. Man. Who is this guy? There we go. So we got God, I hope you're doing alright, man. But I'm not gonna associate myself with you. I'm sorry, man. Have a good day. All right. Let me fix this. There you go. All right. Get that out of the way. I kind of knew that will happen. Anyway, so here we go. This is our website. It's been live for a while. Games in development. You're only gonna see Peak Pursuit right now, which is not true. Shoot, what happened? What happened? So games in development, you're only gonna see Peak Pursuit right now, which is not true. As I mentioned, we are working on another game, but we still haven't announced it. So once that's announced, we'll put it there. We'll put some screenshots and all that. This is our newsletter. As I mentioned, please do and subscribe for our newsletter. As I mentioned, we're not gonna spam you with emails. I promise. We won't do that. we would love to share with you once the game is out. If there's a new trailer, we would love to share that with you. Um, we don't send just random emails talking about nonsense. So if you can subscribe to that, that'll be amazing. We would really appreciate it. Just click on Peak Pursuit here, just to give you an idea of how things work around here. So with Peak Pursuit, we'll put an explanation of the game, what is it about, and those are just concept arts for Peak Pursuit. They're not actual images. I actually posted some images of Peak Pursuit on Twitter last year, and I believe on Discord some of it. But things just kept changing, and that's why I stopped posting those pictures, because you'll build this nice mountain area or nice cave, and then you decide, okay, I'm gonna change this, change that, and then it doesn't look anything like the picture I posted. So I just stopped. I just stopped doing that. With that said, for our new game, it's probably not gonna be concept art. It's probably gonna be actual in-game screenshots. So just stay tuned for that. As I said, subscribe for a newsletter, Discord, Twitter. We do post on Twitter a lot. Problem with Twitter is not. It's very. I don't understand the Twitter algorithm. I really don't understand any algorithm, but I do. Twitter, I do not get it. YouTube, TikTok, I understand how they work. I don't know how to make it work for me though. Explain that. I understand. Okay, you gotta get views and the amount of time they're actually watching, right? Because that's what matters. Okay, are they just watching for 2 seconds, or are they watching 10 minutes? So I understand that. I understand that what pushes your video. But how can I take advantage of that? I just don't know. Because people will tell you, okay, it's the content, it's whatever you post, it should be funny and all that. But then you post the same exact video to YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and it blows up on TikTok because it's funny, right? It's a fun video. And then on YouTube, you get 2 views on it. So there's more to it than just, hey, this video is funny. So marketing is a big challenge for me right now with kind of the game itself. I feel like I know we can make a fun game. I know all that, and I believe that we have a good product in hand right now. But I'm just too worried about, okay, how are we gonna let people know that we actually have a good product, that it's gonna be fun. That's what I think of all day, And again, I'm not gonna be sad or mad because our first game didn't become a success. I think most first games for indie devs especially don't work out. So I'm not expecting it to work out, to be honest. But I'm gonna work hard to make it work out, And one thing I noticed, and I've been reading about, is that a lot of people release the game, and all the marketing they've done before the game been released is all the marketing they've done for the game. To explain that, they just stop marketing the game after it releases, right? They're like, okay, well, these are the people that know about it. We released it. This is the amount of conversion rate, and this is the amount of people that played it. And it was not a success, so I'm gonna start working on the next game. I think that's a very wrong thing to do. I think I think you should look at your product and think, okay, how can I generate money or sell that product on monthly, yearly basis, right? How is this product going to generate a yearly income for me? Uh, because I don't know how long ago Half Life released, and I just got it like a couple months ago, right? Assassin's Creed, I just bought Assassin's Creed from 2018, you know? Uh, so people still buy older games, and I think that what keeps me going. That what kind of gives me hope of like, okay, if we market this wrong this year, we'll try something else next year, and the year after, and the year after. Well, just it's a learning process, right? And you gotta the market keeps adjusting, and you gotta adjust with it, especially with AI. So I'm very optimistic, I would say, about the future. I think what we have is very trendy, and trendy is the wrong word. Is very uh I don't know. The virality rate of what we have, can the potential of it is huge, and I think we can just work on that all the time. You know, day one of the release, just keep pushing this marketing on those platforms such as YouTube, TikTok, and Reddit is a big one as well. I do not understand Reddit much, but I'm kind of getting into it. I've been reading about it and watching videos lately about it, and there's a lot of platforms to market your stuff for free, and I'm just gonna keep pushing it. If we release it, it doesn't work out, keep pushing it, man. It might work out in 2028, as far as I care. As long as the lifetime of that game it made a profit, that's that's good. I'll be happy. And if it doesn't make any profit, it is what it is. We'll learn from it. So that's kind of where my mind is. Sorry, I keep looking down. It's just the computer's right there and the camera's right there. So I'm standing today too, not sitting. Huh? Gee, new vibes. So so that's kind of how we're thinking about marketing. I'm very worried about it, but I'm also optimistic. I think if it doesn't work out, it'll be fine. We'll just keep pushing it, keep pushing at it, and learn from it, and then one day we'll do something that's right. Um, what else? What else? Talked about marketing, the game. I had a point here I wanted to address. Oh yeah. So so basically, I'm kind of developing the code. It's not really code. We're using blueprints only on Unreal Engine. I know blueprints, blah blah blah. I know. It makes things easier. Why would I code unless I'm building like this phenomenal game that I need to work on for 6 years and have some code in it. So we're not coding. It's all blueprints, and I'm the one responsible of doing those. Um, and I think I'm at a point where I've done 70% of what we want in the game, or the mechanics, and right now I'm really just waiting for Buzzin to build the level for us, and then I'm gonna work on a trailer. But my point is, I'm just spending my time every day, man, watching videos, reading about how how does Reddit work, how does YouTube work, uh, what do you need to do to market your game. And I know we don't have we have time ahead of us before the release, but it's not a lot of time. I've noticed a lot of games start marketing their game 2 years earlier. Uh, with that said, my concern about that, like the 2 years earlier approach, is like it will the hype. If it works out, not it very rarely works out in the beginning. Like, people get hyped about it because it's a long process. But let's say you go viral day one. I think the hype will die off. And that is a thing with Steam as well. If you want them to push your game with the wish list algorithm, they kind of look at the amount, the period where, let's say you have 100,000 wish lists, right? And you got those in a period of a year and a half, and then another game that just got announced, and they got 20,000 wish lists in a period of a month and a half. They will be pushed far more than your game because uh, it was just the growth was faster for them. So Steam kind of algorithm sees that potential and they push that game farther. So that's just one thing to think about. Uh, so we will probably go the approach where we're 5 months from release. We're gonna announce it and put this trailer out and start the Steam page, and then you can go and wishlist it. So I'm gonna take this approach for this year. Also, I noticed a lot of game devs. You go on YouTube and you're like game dev advice and all that. A lot of them would tell you start a Steam page today, start getting wish list, right? I kind of disagree with that because they're like, the minute you start working on your game, put that Steam page out there. And the reason why I disagree is like, okay, the Steam page is your storefront, right? People are gonna see that and they're gonna decide, okay, is this game interesting? If you don't have a trailer, you don't have a good thumbnail or art, you don't have good screenshots, you still don't have like this full explanation about the game and what genre it's gonna fall under, and you're gonna lose a lot of traffic. They're showing up and saying, okay, this game looks like crap. And with that said as well, from the things that I've watched, they say that the minute you start your Steam page, Steam kind of gives it a little push. So it's kind of like free marketing from Steam. They just push your game out in the up and coming category because you just released your page. And do you really want people to see crappy art and no trailer and all that with that free marketing campaign? I would disagree with that. So I wouldn't. I personally, I'm not gonna take that advice, and I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I just don't think it makes sense. A lot of them give you that advice, a lot, but there's also a few that had successful games and were asked for advice, and they were against that. So I'm probably gonna listen to the few, and there's that one person, I can't remember, it was on Thomas Brush, one of the interviews, and he built this phenomenal game, and he kind of asked him, okay, why didn't it, like, the game didn't work out, right? So he's like, what are the things you regret? And one of them was like creating a Steam page in the beginning, and he pointed out what I just said about the art, the trailer, and all that, and that made sense. So that's something we will not do. You'll probably see a Steam page with the announcement trailer, which I'm hoping it'll be sometime in May. I'm really hoping that. It's all on Buzzin', man. It's all Buzzin's fault. It's always been. So we shall see. What else? What else? Let me bring it back to the camera. Man. I remember when I used to click button using my Steam thing. Not anymore, huh? Not anymore. I like this setup, man. Standing up. See, this is a green screen. I always told people I don't have. What are you talking about? There's no green screen. It's a green wall. It's the wall. So I don't know what people talk about when they tell me nice green screen, you know? Uh, I never had one. Maybe I did, but you get it. What else? I just keep thinking like I want to tell you more, but I don't want to spoil anything. Just been working on this thing, and I'm just so excited to share it with people. The only one that knows what's going on is Buzzin', my wife. Maximum doesn't even know half the shit in it. We gotta meet with him. A lot changed last meeting with Buzzin', man. He changes everything every time I talk to him. So we gotta get Maximum on board next week. Next week we have a. Actually, this weekend we should have it. Should have a meeting. Next week I'll be out of town. I'm going on vacation. I decided I deserve it. So next week we'll be going to Mexico. For a week and a half. Hopefully it'll be fun. It's the first vacation with the baby. So we'll see how that goes. It's a test run. We'll see if we can take her anywhere. What else? I don't know what else. I think I kind of talked about everything I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to let you guys know that we are working on it. You'll probably see a trailer in May, hopefully. I'm really hoping we can do that by May. And I've never done a trailer in my life, so it might look very appealing, but we'll work on it. Maximum is good at video editing, so we might throw that on his plate. Let's talk about Unreal Engine actually. So I've been learning Unreal Engine, and recently I've been working on. I've been learning how to use Blender as well, and because so with the monster that we're trying to create in this game, I feel like, okay, I'm not a designer, right? So there's a lot of I promise you, there's a lot of like props, assets from the asset store. I'm an indie developer again, not a designer, and we don't have a budget for designers. So we're probably gonna get a lot of assets from the marketplace just for props. The code and all that, it's all done by us. We're not gonna buy packages that are already pre-coded. But like I don't need to create a chair or a cup, you know. It's just a waste of time, and it's just gonna cost money, you know, because time is money. So there's gonna be a lot of assets, but our monster, you know, the main face of the game, we want to create it, right? I don't want to just buy one off of the marketplace and say that's our monster, and then 2 months later another game would release using the same monster, right? I don't want that. So I decided I'm gonna learn Blender, man. And man, I learned how to kind of do the sculpting and make the, what is it called, that the asset, the figuring, all that. I figured that out. But man, when it comes to texturing on fucking Blender, it's such a nightmare. And I built this texture with like bumps, so it's not like just flat. There's like, it's bumpy texture, and every time I import that to Unreal Engine, it just comes flat. And I have no idea how to fix that. So yesterday, I just pulled up the character we made, and I started adding spheres to it on Unreal Engine. I went to the modeling tool, created like a bunch of spheres, random sizes, and I started just placing that on the character while attaching it to the spine so that it moves with the character. And it looks pretty good, man. But I don't know. I tested the performance on that, and it doesn't affect it. I removed the collision and all that. So we'll see. We'll see how that looks. I'm not done with it. It just takes a long time to just add the little bumps on a big character. Uh, and those are fun things that I would love to like kind of talk about after the game releases. Like how did we do this? Uh, how was this done? Because we're all amateurs and it's our first game, right? So a lot of the code and a lot of the the level design, all that is just so amateur, and it's so funny, but it works. And that's all I care about. Hey, if it's working, if why fix something that's not broken? I guess. Uh, so I'm just excited to share those stories with people and how we've done things. Um, it'll be fun to see how that works. Um, but yeah, man, texturing on Blender. I'm sure there's a way. I just couldn't figure it out. And every time I Google or search something, it just gives me something else. Um, but with Unreal Engine, man, blueprints are just I don't know a gift from Epic. Pink, pink, pink. How's it going, Pink? So we're enjoying the process. I would say we're enjoying it. I still haven't figured out how like you export the game once we're done. So hopefully we don't build this whole thing and then we can't export it and make it to a game. But I'm sure there's some tutorial out there. Working my life away. How are you? I'm good, Pink. I was actually working on our Spark Labs gaming. I was actually working on the game, and I don't have a lot to do today because I'm kind of waiting on my level designer to uh, build that level we're working on. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go live. Tell people what we're doing. Maybe some of them will join our Discord, and maybe some of them will go to our website. You know what I mean? Uh, and subscribe for our newsletter. So that's why I'm live. One can only hope. I know. And Pink, I know you're waiting for me to send you that list that I talked to you about. But we're not going that approach this year. We're not going the publisher approach this year. I don't think we have enough time to talk to publisher because we're hoping to release what we're working on this year. I know you're always there, Pink. Not worried about that. I'm always here as well if you need anything. I don't know what kind of advice I can give you. Uh, but just let me know. I mean, streaming, I could have figured that out. YouTube, I did not figure that out. TikTok, nothing. Twitter, nothing. Twitch, nothing. Mixer, they couldn't figure it out. I figured out Mixer. Fuck those guys. Anyway, need a voiceover or anything for the game. Think actually we do. If you want to do shit for free, uh, we do. And there's a marketing approach we're gonna go with, Pink, and with other streamers. I know you're not the one that I'm gonna be targeting, but for you, there's gonna be a gift in the game. I'm not gonna target you to market you. I know you're gonna probably support, but you're gonna have a gift in the game. I promise you that. But just I'll shoot you an email once it's ready. Yes, Pink, we'll have you. So I'll talk to you offline about that. I'm trying my best not to spoil anything today. But yeah, I'll talk to you, and it will probably be soon. Because we need those voices. I actually had my wife work on them, but I don't think she really liked it. Cause She's not into the whole recording gaming. She's not into that, which is fine. Uh, so maybe I'll have you do it. Uh, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. It'll be fun. And I think you have a better mic than what I have, so the quality will probably be better. It will be on cue, Pink, and it's not gonna be a lot of acting. We kind of have the main voice actor for the game already, but you know, there's NPCs in the game, and they need to have a voice too, right? We're a democratic, all-inclusive game, so NPCs' lives matter, and they need a voice, right? They need to be heard too. If you're wondering about my mic setup here, and I'm sorry, it's just that's how shit works. Got Psycho versus Demon voice. Uh I I would love to have Psycho do something for us. So I'll talk to you about that. There's no demon voice needed, but I know he has a good voice. I've heard him without demon voice before. So I'll let you know. I'll let you know. And maybe we'll add something in the game for Psycho as well. I just don't want to tell you what the gift is gonna be yet. But about the marketing approach for other streamers, I'm thinking about reaching out. And Pink, you tell me, what do you think about that before you leave me? I know you're probably busy. But I want your opinion on that. So here's what I was thinking. Because we don't have a budget, we don't have a lot of money. I don't want to pay people to play the game, right? And I'm not gonna beg people to play the game, because if they don't wanna, they don't wanna, right? I was thinking about reaching out to medium-sized streamers. I'm not talking about, and we'll reach out to the big ones, but we'll see what we can do there. Like medium-sized streamers, and just shoot them an email and tell them we would love, and it's gonna be kind of the genre of our game, and just tell them, hey, we love what you do, and we love your community, and we would love to kind of put a poster or something of you in our game, you know, and we'll send them we'll send them how it's gonna look in the email, and also give them a Steam code for the game. And if they say yes, of course, there's no string attached. They're not gonna get money out of the game, and we're not gonna, you know, it's just, you want to be in the game, we would love to add you to our game. And if they say yes, we'll add them to the game. If they say no, it's no, right? I'm not gonna tell them you have to play the game if you want to be added, but I know most people would play if they're in the game. So I just thought it's just an idea, right? To reach out to streamers to play the game and make YouTube videos. What do you think about it? Do you think it will work? I don't know. I think a lot of people don't read their emails because they get spammed all the time, right? So that's one marketing approach. The people like you, I told you, like you and Hex and Boomer, and the people that are supporting me right now and supporting the game, I'm not gonna reach out to them. I'm gonna just do stuff for them in the game. You know what I mean? And that will be like my thank you gift to them. Sometimes Discord, Twitter. I think Twitter is a very good one for DMs, but the problem is, and if I'm gonna reach out to a woman on Twitter, those fucking simps on Twitter, probably have her fucking inbox full of shit, and then she will never see my email because they want to send dick pics. So, that's my, and that's a real concern. Like, I really want to talk to her, but those fucking dick pics guys are filling her fucking. You know what I mean? I gotta find her mod. You're right. You're right. It's just so hard. I can only imagine. I see your Facebook comments sometimes, Pink, and I just go through them and I just laugh. And those people on Facebook, like, it's your full name, dude. What are you doing? Man. So that's the problem with men. But yeah, that's an idea. I'm glad you agree with me. That means it might work. I wish I get DMs. I don't get nothing, Pink. I just get, hey, I noticed you have a YouTube. Do you need some art? I'm like, motherfucker, did you even look at my YouTube? Because last video I released was 300 years ago. And if you have any other ideas, Pink, let me know. I know you give me websites to, and I still haven't written down. But I kind of looked at, I've been watching a lot of learning game dev, like marketing, and a lot of people said just eliminate third parties, man. Don't go through them, you know, because you're not making a lot of money already. You don't want to pay a third party to give you some marketing. So I'm trying to avoid third parties and just reach out directly to the person I want to talk to. Also, if anyone understands Reddit, I would love some Reddit advice. So I don't know how much you know about Reddit, Pink. Let me know. Twitter, I really don't give two damns about Twitter. I don't think it works anyway. And my content is suppressed on Twitter. Anyway. Yeah, man, Reddit is such a great tool that we don't use it much. Because we're so scared of how mean people are on Reddit. And they are. But, like, we shouldn't care. But I'll be using it. I've been reading a lot about it lately. A lot of articles and watching a lot of videos on how to kind of put a good post on Reddit. Did you really? Oh my. Secrets. Like, what kind of secrets? Like personal secrets, or like how to become a streamer? Partner drama. You know what my wife loves? She loves those articles. I don't know if you know it. Am I the asshole? Do you know that fucking articles? Am I the asshole shit? Oh man, she reads one to me, like, not one, 10 to me a day. She's like, okay, I got a new one. And I sit there, and some of them are very interesting. But most of them are the assholes. So I stabbed my husband in the eye, and he said, ew. But I thought his ew was very high. What do you think? I'm like, bitch, why are you here? And some of them are funny, though. So I do enjoy them. I'm not gonna say my wife bombards me with them and I don't enjoy them. I really, really enjoy them. I'm a very, I love gossip, man. I'm that kind of guy. I don't start gossip, but I love to listen to gossip. I'm like, she did what? You know? My wife would be on the phone. I'm like, I'm all ears. What's going on? I just love to hear this shit, man. I love stories. A lot of people deny that. But I think all of us love it. Same, Pig. Do you... Okay, this guy sounds stupid. But if you agree on this, I think we should become best friends. Have you ever watched 90 Days Fiancé? That shit Man, I got my wife into it actually. She didn't even know what it is, and I'm like, you gotta watch this shit because I'm on Facebook. I used to watch it on Facebook all the time, and then I found out that we have it like on TV on some kind of channel. I'm like, we had it the whole time. You gotta watch this shit, and we fucking binge watched like season 1 to season 10 already, and it's just we judge each and every one of them. And I think it just makes us feel better about ourselves. It's like fucked up. It's like we watch them to just feel better about our life. And I think that's why most people love gossip. What? She did that? What an idiot. It's like we never do that, you know? And it's just fascinating how the human brain works. You just feed off other people's failure, and everyone does it unintentionally. Doesn't mean you wish people to fail, but once they do, you want to hear all about it. And once they're successful, it's like, yeah, they've been working. I supported them day one. So I think that's just a human behavior. It's not evil or anything. You just want to hear about it. Anyway, how long have we been live? An hour? Jesus. Okay, I might get off here, but I'm gonna do more of those. How's there? Yeah, since day one. If I only took a screenshot of all the people that told me how much they loved me, and then they tell me in chat, it's like, oh man, I'm gonna be here every day, and then the next day they never show up. I should have a list of those. Like, yeah, man, I have so many of them. I love your content, man. You know, and I never expected anyone to watch me, but then, okay, where the fuck are you? Why did you lie to me, right? It's like telling someone you love them, you want to marry them, and then you don't show up to the fucking. When I walk the aisle, I walk by myself. Walk down the aisle by myself, man. You know? Why you tell me you love me so much? Why you give me this fake dream that I'm gonna have one viewer, at least? Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm so glad I've met you, though. I know we don't. Like I'm not always there, but I know that you know that. Hey, if you need anything, you can always reach out to me. So go take a shower, you stinky. I'm gonna get off anyway, Pink. I appreciate you. I'll reach out to you once we want to do the voices, and stay awesome, Pink. And I'm gonna get off here, guys. I mean, we talked about what we're doing, marketing on Religion. Once we have something in place, and hopefully in May, you're gonna see an announcement trailer. For now, just make sure you keep your eye out on our Twitter, Discord, and newsletter. You have a good day, Pink. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone who joined. I know it's not much, but I haven't streamed in 45 years, so I don't expect anyone to join. But anyone who did, I love you. And I'll be there for every single stream. No, I don't got time for that. Have a good night, good day, and good morning.